We're back again, family. Sorry about that. We're on chapter 4, more intricate and offers deeper insight. Past lives regressions are relatively expensive and usually take multiple sessions before they can be fruitful, not to mention having to endure the inconvenience of being hypnotized. Past life readings, on the other hand, give you access to your past lives in easier ways. You might take longer to reach the same depth as the past life regression. However, to normal people, it is usually enough to put them in contact with their previous lives. Both past life regression and readings share the same purpose: to help you use the information you uncover in your present life. Most experienced readers warn their subjects about getting sucked into past realities and losing their grip on reality. Revealing what has been, they can lose their way in the current life and get caught in a state of limbo, where they are neither here nor there. If you are going to attempt either, you must identify your intentions and commit to them, and avoid being sidetracked despite the temptations. You must understand that past lives are in no way an alternative to your present life. Instead, they allow you to learn from past lessons and make better choices, living a more fulfilled life. Akashic records and karma. To better understand how Akashic records tap into your past lives, you need to learn about the principle of karma. In Buddhism and Hinduism, your actions and doings dictate how your life turns out. The good you do will eventually come back to you in this current life, as well as your future ones. This means that any misfortunes you are encountering or constant struggles can be due to a karmic consequences of actions that you committed in one of your past lives. People wishing to be relieved from the wrath of karma resort to the Akashic records to find what the things are that they need to make right as a form of retaliation. You must be wondering if this means that you are but a spectator to your own life, as your fate is already written, and you only get to watch it through some archived record. If that is the truth, then what is it that you are doing here? And what is your purpose? You must understand that we are free beings, and you have the chance to turn your life around should you wish. And that is that what will mentioned and that is what will be mentioned in the Akashic records. The records are more of an observatory tool. They do not influence your actions and thoughts, but instead they simply store them. Even if you are still on the fence about the Akashic records and how real they might or might not be, believing in karma will serve you well as your life. Every person believe what they put into the world will be imminently reflected on their own life, humanity would have been saved a lot of pain and suffering. Take a moment and entertain this thought. You do not necessarily have to believe in karma per se. Call it what you may. But do yourself a favor and give it the attention it deserves. What should you look like? What should you look for in your past lives? Just like your own present life, your past lives are full of many details that lack of value or significance. During the past life reading, especially when you are doing it for the first time, you can be flooded with millions of thoughts, feelings, and ideas. If you stop to take notice of each one, your precious reading time will be wasted. You need to prepare for a reading session. List several issues that you wish to find answers for in the Akashic records. Limit your inquiries to a few brief open-ended questions until you get more used to the readings. For example, request information about your fears of height, your fear of heights, or the roots of your timid nature. By focusing on specific topics, you will have a brief choice to enjoy more informative reading sessions. During the reading, apply the basic rule of meditation, where you only get to observe irrelevant thoughts and feelings, and then let them go without entertaining them. Once you gain enough knowledge to reach the Akashic records, whenever you wish, articulating your queries will become much easier, and you will be able to find what you are looking for every time. How your present life will fare as a past life. Given the principle of the Akashic records that we have discussed and the characteristics of the past lives, you can probably now see the responsibility you have to ensure your present turns into an inimitable past of your future self. Unlike your past lives, you now know enough about the consequences of your brief deeds in the world. So how you can use this to your future self benefit. What you should do to get rid of any tensions and unpleasantries that might travel through your future self. The answer is quite simple. You need to be more conscious. Starting right now, repeat it all over and over until thinking, acting, and speaking consciously comes natural. Think of it as improving the cards that your future self will be dealt. You will be giving yourself a head start by laying a strong foundation of honesty, kindness, and joy. Choose to lead a good life. Be of service to others, and do not lose your way amidst the noise of today's world. Use what you learned in your past life readings to avoid making the same mistake that you are trying to fix in your present. Notice what from the past has had the biggest impact and direct all your energy towards making it right for your future self. Although this is a logical progression of using your past lives to only improve your present, not everyone can come to it naturally on their own. This is why it is important to highlight it here so that you can understand how to build on your knowledge of your past lives and carry it forward. Thinking about your life as an extension of other lives can be so empowering. When the world seems overwhelming and you feel like you have no idea where you are going, you can always find comfort in knowing that In a sense, you have been there before. You have figured it out once, and you can do it again. If you are going to walk away with anything from this chapter, be it the fact that you are more than your human mind can possibly fathom. Your life demands and deserves to be respected. So hold that thought tight as you read on, because we are about to get into the practical part of this book. The coming chapters will show how to apply the theory to find your purpose and heal using the Akashic records. So remember the significance of your past lives and check, does everything have past lives? The Akashic past life readings, the Akashic records and karma, and what you should look for in your past lives, how your present life will fare as a past life. Remember, in our current life, we live many lives. We have opportunities to make corrections in our current life, So when we make mistakes in this life that we're living today, we can definitely correct it today. For me, I've been able to see some mistakes I made in my past life and made the same mistake in my present life, but was able to correct it in my present life so that I don't have to deal with the karma of it in my next life. It's Brother Rasan at the Galactic Studio. So stay tuned for the next chapter.